Hey guys, this is the beginning of the end for us. This is the unit where we will be writing our actual short story. Now, for time's sake, a couple of things. First off, for that third unit, I gave us quite a bit more time, so you guys could get some more stuff into me. I know we had, kind of a nice workload as far as, the amount of things that we needed to do. But at the end of Unit 3, we were done with our blog, we were done with our quizzes, those kinds of things. And now we're creative writing until the end of the course. Now, the end of the course is July 11th, which gives you some time to write. Now, to be honest with you, your final paper, that is the final. That is 10% of your grade for the summer school class. So be aware of that. But the unit is only consisting of three big things, really, to be honest with you. Three things. And that, of course, that is your outline, which is very in-depth, and I need you to take a look at that, which is what you'll find immediately after this video. Then you need to look at your character profile. You need to have at least 2 characters that you profile, and that is also very in-depth. And then the actual paper itself. A couple things as far as the house cleaning portion of it. Your 3 things, they are the unit because you need to take your time on that. So these are point-rich things. Like I said, the paper itself is 10% of your grade, and you have until the very last day to turn that in. That's the 11th. It needs to be in there, though, by the end of day on the 11th, or else you do not get credit for it. It is as simple as that. In addition to that, a couple of things. Let's talk about the paper to begin with, because your paper is going to have a rubric associated with it as well, so you know exactly how to set it up. Now, underneath that rubric, there is a template, or basically an example of how I want you to set up your paper. On the right side is where you need to put your name, the date, the hour, the class in this case, and then 1 space, and then center needs to be the title. And then 1 space underneath that is the beginning of your story back to left to right. 12-point font, double spaced, very simple. It needs to be at least 3 to 5 pages in total. So you need to have a minimum of 3 pages. You need to have, or you can have a maximum of 5. Please don't go if it's really creative and you want to, and there's just no way to get to 5 pages or keep it under under 5 pages. That's fine. You can go over, but don't try not to make it too much over. So try to keep it within the limits that we have. You need to be also working within the concepts. Thrilling the audience, challenging expectation, twist endings. Those kinds of aspects need to be put in there as well. So follow that rubric, because that rubric is going to tell you exactly everything you need to do to get an A. And it is a very rough rubric, guys. I'm not going to lie. To get it's 100 points, 5 pieces of criteria, 20 points a pop, and then each section, once you look, goes down by 10. What I mean by that is there's a 20 column to get an A, 10 column, and a 5 column. Now, obviously, you can get which one's all over the place. That's perfectly fine. Well, not perfectly fine. I want you to get all 20s, but there's really no reason why you shouldn't. Grammar is a part of it, obviously, so make sure you are spell checking. Make sure that you are using your basic grammar knowledge. So I'm pretty excited to read these stories. I've had a really good time reading your guys' responses. Overall, they've been pretty well. Now, I'm going to say this again. If your grades have been put up up to Quiz 5, the reason for that is because only a few people have turned in Quiz 5 yet. So I'm hoping you guys are wrapping that up and then sending on 5 and 6 and the rest of that stuff. And then as soon as I get enough of those in, I'll put them right in SAS. But everything's in SAS for now, as far up until Quiz 5, if you've turned it in. I'm going to say this as well. If there is a grade you do not like, you need to email me, and what I will do is I will let you redo it. It's really that simple. The reason for that is because I want you to learn from your mistakes in this particular aspect, especially if it's something like a blog, which a lot of them, guys, in a lot of the discussions, you're not following the directions. Well, I say a lot of, there's a few of you. You're just giving really, really kind of crappy answers and responses like, oh, I agree with you completely. No, No. If you look at the actual instructions for the blogs, that is exactly what you're not supposed to do. You are supposed to give me well thought out, well rounded answers and responses. So keep that in mind. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get started on the next video, and hopefully you will click on it, and this next video will explain your outline and the things that you need to do in that. So enjoy. This is really, guys, this is the culmination of all of our stuff. It really is. So hopefully you use the skills that we have been studying this summer, and hopefully you've enjoyed the course overall, and come back and see me.